So sweet Mantis avatar. I should probably Merlin to start. Alright. On one hand, rewarded. Us having Merlin lets us dictate the pacing of, killer polymorph. Lets us dictate the pacing of Limbo a little bit. The opponent has to be concerned that, Frigga? Frigga? Mr. Fantastic. That's a fun one. The opponent has to be concerned we could be ripping away Limbo at any point. Do the other order here in case we want to Frigga Mr. Fantastic next turn. Oh, I'm breaking a draw. Awkward. They're only 1 in 3 to turn off Limbo. I don't think I play around that. And then this gives me 7, 8, 9 next turn. They're hoping to get rid of Mercury there. Unfortunate. God, that would have been so good if we won that 50-50. Mercury can move on the left. Yep. What do we think of this? It gives me +6 on the left and the right. It gives Moonstones other 6 on the left. And then I'm gaining, what, 10 in the middle? Could Nico turn Tau into a demon? I don't think so. I can double check, but 99% sure the answer to that is no. Oh no! They Goliathed me! Shit! Whatever will I do? Oh, there's a nowhere anyways. Yeah. Goliath doesn't impact skills, by the way, gamers. Coolio. Kiss this. Good night. Demons got some arms. It's feeling stretchy. Yes, Goliath, when they added skills to the game, Goliath was updated to only impact character cards, so skills get to dodge the old purple fart. Yes, skill cards, not caring about Goliath feels like Glenn threw me a bone personally. I guess we'll get rid of Adelan. Opponent's playing 34 card Monty, for those that aren't paying attention. Diamondback and copied Victoria will both get plus points. It's a little bit of a jump scare there. So this is worth 7. This is worth 9. This is worth 2. Kneel before, crap, yep. Yes, Tau only changes the text. So you get to, like, move Mr. Fantastic or Victoria onto things like demons. So let's get a feel for what they have going on over there, huh? then. Topaz on Mojo World is yikes. I mean, I could fill the center probably. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to commit this hard mid.
I am the Sorcerer Supreme.
Bro's making sure we don't. He's like, Jeff, calm down. You need to keep your options open.
You won't need this anymore. I am reborn. All systems go.
This adds 11 on the right, which takes me to 24, which beats them putting a 19 there. And they can't play 2 cards left, right? They haven't discarded any swarms. I guess they could like Scorn plus something else, and then that ties me there. I think they play for the right in the center. Was a Scorn Sentinel and something else for them on the right? No way, they have a 3/8, right? Cool.
Victory.
None of these are super exciting. Guess we'll burn some of my drops.
Legendary.
Move cards. Might do that eventually. Dang it, Bobby.
Epic.
I have my first 100k shillings. How long does it take to get 900,000 more? I believe it takes about 2,000 hours of watch time, which is about a year of me streaming to hit what's it called as a sub with the small bonus for subs. So non-sub probably about 20% longer than that. So by the time you get there, it'll trickle down and be super easy.
Opponent snapped.
All right, Danny's a bot, but I don't know that we can win. I do have anti-venom. All right, I was gonna stay and see what our deck can do. I just want to feel something, Jeff. What do we think?
Power must be controlled.
Oh my goodness. Getting shagged by the bot is certainly an experience. Daddy, chill already, Daddy. Come on, calm down. Be cool, Daddy, be cool. Are we cooked? I feel like we're cooked. This technically has me winning all three, yeah? Dead. Oh, by 2 points. Is Daddy a bot? They are. Cheater bots are the worst. Never get to beat them.
Legendary.
To all of the people out there who are telling me that I could have flipped the coin differently at the end of the game to beat the play that my opponent made. Yes. But also, like, you're missing the big point of the opponent could also make different plays. So if you want to ever have a chance of getting remotely better at Marvel Snap, you need to not be asking yourself the incredibly stupid question of, could I have won the game with this play? It's, should I have made that play with the information that I had at the time? And in the case of that last one, that was a bot that's going to deterministically beat my plays regardless of what play I make. So no, I couldn't flip the coin differently. Was always going to lose that. Because that's how the cheater bots work. Luke's coming back on the on turn 5. That's the reason why we threw him away. How do you tell the difference between a cheater bot and a normal bot? They're all cheater bots, because calling them cheater bots makes me feel less bad when I lose to them. Oh. I'm avoiding playing out my 1-drops because they're a Killmonger deck. For people wondering why we're keeping all of these in hand. So the cheapest card in their hand was a 4/10 Misery. I would be really surprised if there is a competitive deck. I would be really surprised if there's a competitive deck that wants to play the Ancient One. Is my current take on things. We're probably supposed to leave here. Alright, if I hit a 2+ power thing on the right, I think we win. That'll do, pig. That'll do. 6 total energy feels like too much for its effect. So, not only is it kind of too much for the effect, but the effect is too susceptible to commonly played tech cards, right? Actually, it's funny, the stream title right now is a joke about Ancient One getting Enchantress, but I actually think this might end up being a card where the power level is so low, people don't even bother playing tech cards to beat it. Yeah, it's a lot of work to set up, and the payoff after you jump through all the hoops is a little minimal. It'll be great when it randomly generates in your opponent's Airship deck. Why would you say something like that to hurt me? What did I ever do to you, gamers? I think I'm supposed to leave Castle Blackstone here. I can definitely see Tau going to 2 or even 1 energy though. Quinjet would make this less clunky. I don't think that's true, actually. Because every ongoing you have that you don't want to copy with Tau makes your Tau worse, right? It's also not free to put a 1/2 in your deck. So they could technically move out of the right. I'm adding 9 more here though. That seems fine for us. How big are they over here? They're Galacta plus Brood. Their Brood is 7, 21, 25. I'm beating 25 on the left. Oh, they didn't tell the center. Interesting. Are they surfing? Do we beat Surfer? Oh, wow. We win the breaker? We win the breaker.
Victory.
I think Tau Right would have been more points. Gamers. Tau Right would have... Tau Right was a coin flip. Sam's an ongoing. It's exactly what I was talking about a second ago with the Quinjet. One of the deck building requirements Tau has is you need enough ongoings to make it useful, but not so many ongoings that you have to flip coins. I think Sam's actually detrimental to Tau decks. Like, he gives you bodies, but he also makes it so when you're actually playing your card out, you're flipping a coin instead of getting a guaranteed outcome. Sam having anti-synergy with the card? Wait, that's illegal. Yellow Jacket. Let there be Hulks. Looking like we're cooked. No, I don't have an affiliate code or anything like that for Pocket. They don't do much to directly support creators. I've also never done any sponsored stuff for them. We just played it because we were enjoying it. And unironically, I think the current point in the Pocket cycle is kind of a low point for the game overall. You get images, they're void next turn, right? I'd have to have another card be able to live on the right side in order to do that. So no. Awkward locations for us for sure. Yeah, Pocket releases, that's at the end of every month. The next one's supposed to be like June 26th. Okay, means we could play Mr. Fantastic on 3. It's not terrible. A little sad we can't play ones here, but that's fine.
This just in.
Who's complaining about there being too many cards, Yimp? No one, I mean, regular people complain. No reasonable content creator is gonna complain about there being too many cards. Oh wait, are you talking about Pocket? Pocket or Snap? I guess I could be either. Snap recently increased their rate of card releases, but I guess Pocket. People are also mad that Pocket's releasing monthly cards. They're currently mad at Snap. Okay, got it.
Opponent snapped.
I think it's this. I think I'm not gonna use anti-venom this game. Is the plan. I might use that. What defines a dolphin spender? Battle Pass buyers are not dolphin spenders in a game like Marvel Snap. Dolphin spenders are spending like, I don't know, probably in the at least a couple of things past the battle pass. Yeah, I'd say probably in the sub $50 range. Small spender / minnow would be like just season pass or like season pass plus gold pass. Those are the small spender options in this game. I don't think I can beat a Thanos here, right? This is 7 and this is 12. Yeah, I gotta go.
Escape.
Make sure they're muted. Good call. Is she gold split? I think she's gold split. Yeah, gold. Working towards gold crackle on her, but she is gold. It's a nice one. Tao needs to go down to 2 energy. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if both of these things cost 2 eventually. Does Tao make more copies of Victoria's ability? Yes, that's why it's in this deck. Huh? Oh, they got my Mr. Fantastic. If we do this, and then we go Demon Moonstone next turn. Oh, we can play Double Hood instead of Mr. Fantastic. Yeah, that's true. Then I could do this next turn. Yeah, this is better. Good call. We're punting the center regardless, yeah? Or are we? Is 25 enough to win the right? So this is 40. This is 52 over here. And 25 on the right. I'm losing the center regardless. So do I want 31 over here or 64 over here? So 52 means I'm plus 19. Running 9 center. Oh, we are winning the center, yeah? We'll be up by 1 there. Okay. They're leaving. This one's been all right so far. I think we're gonna play a little bit more of it after we get back for this ad break. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy me a new Victoria hand card. Did a thing there, kinda. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, consider tap the like button. Doesn't cost you anything. It helps the content reach some more people. Appreciate the folks that have done that already today. Yeah, Tao did something. Tao, we've been towing Mr. Fantastic more than we've been towing Victoria. Yeah, Fantastic feels like a solid target. The next place to probably explore is Mr. Fantastic, Miss Marvel, and Claw. I think are probably the other places we'll want to explore when we play more stuff with this card. I have to wrap things up in about 25 minutes today so I can get my toddler over to her music class this afternoon. We'll definitely check out some other Ancient One stuff tomorrow, and I think Claw is a potential spot to be thinking about for sure. Wandering Omen, thank you for the 33 months. Welcome back. What do you think about comboing Tau with Spectrum or Patriot? I think, again, playing Tau in decks that have lots of ongoings is likely bad because you're not going to know which ongoing you're going to copy. Something with Blue Marvel could be fun, though. Patriot's awkward because if you're copying Patriot onto abilityless cards, they no longer get buffed by Patriot. But, like, if you're filling your board up and then using Tau to copy Blue Marvel onto your other cards, they're going to power themselves and others up still, yeah? Markness, thank you for the 69-month resubscription. What a nice amount of months. Welcome back. Have you seen the art on the Final Fantasy card? So, fun factoid about me. The Final Fantasy VII Remake was the first time I ever played a Final Fantasy game. Growing up, my father really disliked video games. We had to beg and plead to be allowed to spend our own money we scrimped and saved on Game Boys. We were not allowed to have consoles that hooked into TVs. Am I playing you? Maybe. What was my favorite Game Boy game? Well, I only had one of them for most of my childhood, and that was Pokemon Red, so. Small children don't acquire much money. Go ahead and snap here on them missing their turn 2 play.
Victory.
You remind me of my father. I hated my father. Yeah. The small children yearn for the mines. To give you some, I don't think I've ever told this story on stream before, but one of my, let's call it formative memories because it stands out from childhood, is I remember after my mother took some web design classes at the local community college, he was mad at how much money she was getting paid to do web development work because it wasn't real work, and why would anybody pay for this? And it was just like, it's just like one of those like, listen here, you dumb motherfucker. Her money is literally your money. Like, come on, you should be excited about this. But, yeah. That's the most boomer thing I've ever heard. Yeah, it's certainly up there. It's certainly up there. Needless to say, I don't really interact with my father as an adult. Sounds like you don't keep in touch. You would not be wrong. Rodent. All right. I'm gonna try and get the hand a little empty. I think we do this, and then the hope is we grab something cheap that we can play with this, and then we moonstone the center, and then play the cheap thing here. Oh, this isn't enough though, yeah. It's only 12 here. It only gets us to 20. I suppose we're technically... I suppose we're technically making their rodent smaller, but they're going to mold us back, I would assume.
Escaped.
Needless to say, one positive of my childhood is I've appropriately tipped the scales back in the other direction, and my children have all of the video games I never had as a child. So, which as they've hit the end of elementary school and my oldest is entering junior high now. They're now. The more they talk to other kids their age, they're now fully starting to realize and appreciate how many more electronics they have in the home. Because it was always just their normal. When I was growing up, we had what was known as a light bright. I think I had one of those. That's technically an electronic, yeah. In the just like most literal sense. Technically is doing some heavy lifting there. I think I'm gonna put Sam on the right. Like, there's some negative locations that could be bad for him, but I also just want to make sure that I have a clean path here to copy Victoria in if necessary. Why is Merlin so good, chat? He's so good. Good gracious. Merlin is 2025's Nico Minaru, unironically, yep. What do we think? I think I'm into it. I think I'm into it. Oh, it's also only turn 4. Once in future really screws with my brain. Well, so the good news of rolling a rogue there is it's the lowest power card still, so I could go ahead and polymorph that up into a 4-drop. Which I'm probably interested in doing. Really? Okay. Oh, you think I'm about to get Enchantress? This feels like a tech card snap, yeah? So I think the tech card snap means I don't Mr. Fantastic yet. Do I re-roll this location to try and stop the Enchantress? Nah, I don't want this location to be hostile to me on the last turn. I'm gonna do this. Oh yeah, getting rid of Fogwell's Gym would be sad too. Make sure they're good and muted after we stay for their snapback. Okay, well that's kind of funny that the polymorph screwed with their what's it called? This sucks against Enchantress, but they'd have to have Enchantress plus Kitty plus something else if 7 energy. And they don't have Enchantress, they're cooked. And if they do, they need something more than just Enchantress to beat us. Wait, what? Excuse me? Don't just cash the check, okay? Don't just take the cubes to the bank and run away. We preferred salaried thespian around these parts. Thank you very much.
Legendary.
The stream is pre-recorded eccentric. I mean, I told you I was gonna get Enchantress. Alright, Kate, you should be a little acidic, girl. Nope. Rude. The opponent's deck is currently the Sweaty Gamer deck of choice. There was some YouTube clickbait about someone or other getting to #1 with it. It's also just like the type of deck that competitive Marvel Stat players love to gravitate towards. Just like toxic tech cards deck. For those not familiar, it plays Eliath at the top end. Believe it or not. I have Lucas and I have Hood for this warhead. I have a mute for in case this goes poorly for me. Okay, obviously, we're going to play a bunch more with this card. My initial impression on our latest release is kind of low, if I'm being honest. The payoff that this card is providing currently doesn't feel proportional in the games that I've played to the amount of energy you have to put into it, the amount of setup you have to go through on the board, and the deck building restrictions you have to apply to get the most out of it. All of that being said, making 3 Mr. Fantastics in the center was good a number of times throughout the course of that game. I don't think copying Victoria Hand actually came up, so another direction I want to build with the Ancient One that we'll be exploring tomorrow is, I think other cards like Mr. Fantastic, specifically Claw and Miss Marvel, are things I'm interested in exploring, but like at a glance after how those last set of games played out, I think this might need like a Squirrel Girl or some other cheap way to get extra cards in here, and like Sam actually might be better as Squirrel Girl here just because Sam's ongoing is awkward with guaranteeing what Tao is going to copy. So I think we're gonna try this one out tomorrow is my plan. And we'll be playing a few other things as well. We'll check out stats of the new card in the morning when we switch over to Snap. Appreciate everybody hanging out. I gotta jet out to do the dad thing this afternoon to get Haley to one of her extracurriculars on time. Appreciate everybody here that was here through the end of the stream, and hopefully we'll see you around again tomorrow. If you missed the entirety of those games, I'm gonna cut the highlight and upload it to YouTube real quick before I step out the door.